Should be live on YouTube. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me okay? Should be live on YouTube. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me okay? Hey, we're live! Hey guys, it's Xavier here from the Xavier channel. Welcome back to part 4 of every Danny Phantom episode review. Last time we did on season 1, and now we're on season 2, by the way. Finally, which is exciting. Today we're going to be going through a couple episodes, plus 3 special episodes, by the way, plus because of the 2-part of episodes, as I was saying. But alright, let's begin my review of season 2. Let's see how good this season is. By the way. Anyways, hit like if you want to see season 3. Let's see how season 3 goes soon. Anyways, let's begin. Alright, hang on. Before we begin, this video is sponsored by Nickelodeon. Well, it's kind of not sponsored, but the music will be in the video. By the way. Give me a minute. I'm pulling up my music. Hang on. I'm pulling up the music. Hang on. I don't know what music to pull up from Sonic, by the way. It's just gonna be... Alright. Planet Wiz Back 2 is the music, by the way. Anyways, here we go. Episode 21, Memory Blank. Danny loses his memories and doesn't remember anything that much of his powers, by the way. Anyways, so Sam and Danny and Tucker are like by this truck, and then there's like this flashback, by the way, in this episode. And then this is where Danny gets his powers, by the way. I'm just gonna be reading the transcripts in my head, by the way. So this is for the first time Danny gets his power, and then it would be very funny that if Danny had the Jack Fenton thing on his chest, but he didn't, and then Sam was like mad because then she waits for some trucks, by the way, and then Desiree appears, by the way, after she hears Wish, and she says, so she'll wish your wishes, so shall it be, and then this. Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. And then, the cow destroyed the truck, and then whatever the cow does, and then Danny and Tucker will all cover up in that, and then our theme song starts playing, and then Danny gets the thing off him, and so Danny gets the thing off Tucker, and then Paulina invites him to a party, by the way. All of them, by the way, and then Sam wishes for, hang on, Femelion versus Terminator versus Nightmarica. I don't know how to say that right. Then she wishes for those to come alive, and then Sam starts drawing the D for Danny Phantom, by the way. And yeah. And then, the first ghost appears, which is, it's, and then Femelion, or however I pronounce the name, appears, and then hitting Paulina, saying Paulina, and then Danny goes ghost and battles out the ghost, and then Paulina had an invite for Danny Phantom, by the way. And then, and then, hang on a second, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. And then she shoots Darth at Danny, and then Danny beats her, and then she disappears, by the way. And then the next ghost appears when they're hanging out at a park, by the way. But, okay, before we get into that, I forgot to say something about this. And then female alien is like Sam, and then disappears, and then they disappear, and then Sam, Danny, and Tucker are hanging out at the park, and then Danny's like Paulina again, and then he goes ghost, and then Danny starts chasing after the other ghost, Terminatora. And then Danny gets zapped and then gets back to his human form, and then Sam beats Terminator in the water, and then Terminator is also like Sam, and then disappears. And then Sam wishes Danny had never met her. I never met. Wishes for Danny and Sam to never meet each other. Then Desiree appears, and then goes ghost, and then he gets attacked by Desiree. Then Desiree zaps him, and then Danny screams, and then Dash it and Quater bullying a lot of kids, by the way. And then Danny's like, "Do I know you?" to Sam. And then Desiree appears, and then Mikey turns into a ghost. Then Desiree's like, "So if you wish it, so you know the rest." And then Danny gets scared by Desiree, and then Mikey turns back to normal after putting Dash in Quater locker. And then Danny goes away, then Sam opens Danny's locker, then runs to Danny, then Danny just goes inside, and then Sam tries to convince Danny, and then Sam wears his, whatever the stress is, I have no idea. And then, Paulina was happy for Danny, or she didn't know her, and then Danny's like, has to go ghost, but Sam was like, I got this, and then the last ghost appears, and then gets sucked into the disturbance, and then they all went to the Fenton house, Danny, Sam, and Tucker, and then hang on guys, I'll be right back again. And then Danny goes inside the portal after he knows Sam, and then Sam puts the D on Danny's chest, by the way. And then Danny goes through the ghost portal. Hang on guys, I'll be right back again. And then Danny gets his ghost powers and doesn't remember anything, and then Danny kisses Sam after Jack Fenton catches him, and then he says, I call that a fake out, make out, and then Sam tries to convince that she's Paulina, and then what's funny that Jack said that Danny Fenton is never allowed to see you, Paulina. And then Danny doesn't have trouble controlling his powers, and then he goes ghost, and then tries about Desiree, but then he goes back to his human form. Desiree's about to kill him, and then Sam wishes everything back, and then everything goes back, everyone gets their memories back, and then Danny goes ghost, and then goes again, and then there's some funny flashbacks, by the way, from it, including when Danny went into the girls' restroom. Which is one of my favorite parts for the episode, and then Danny sucks Desiree into the service, and then everything disappears, and then Tucker's like yes to the trunk, and then the trunk poofs away, and then Tucker's like, no, and then that's funny, by the way. And then they all watch Terminator female, I don't know, her, whatever her name is, versus Terminator, the Nightmare America. And then Tucker's like, hey, I'm right here after this. Danny says, do your wishes, so you shall be. So I'm going to rate this episode a pretty good episode. It actually brought back Desiree, by the way. It's pretty cool. Hang on, guys. Alright. Which the episode you won't forget. Episode 2. Episode 22. Doctor's Disorders. What the title says right here, it will leave you in stitches. Alright. Let me pull up the next transcript. Alright, give me a minute, guys. I am pulling up the transcript. Alright, so the episode starts off with the school, by the way. They're Foliosa, or Folica, or whatever you pronounce the name. Then Danny appears, there's like this bug, by the way, that's green, by the way. Danny takes the bug outside, it throws it onto the ground. The bug stands up and tries shooting Danny with eye laser, but Danny dodges. But Danny dodges the bug right at him and attempts to blast it. But it quickly turns around, blasts its ectoplasm goo from its nose. Ugh. Danny gets hurt and is caught in a tree that Paulina is walking by. She gasps up upon seeing him. Sorry, but then Danny starts by Paulina to run, not towards him, but escape. And then Danny shoots the bug, and then there's a bazillion more to go. And at the high school, everyone Danny saw Tucker with something like his cologne, by the way, and it's Tucker's like Foley by Tucker Foley. And then Paulina was like so many boys, and then all the students were like Paulina, and then one of the ghost bugs go inside Paulina, and then Paulina's like, you damaged my fluid skin. And then flawless skin, I bet. And then Tucker's freaking out of a nurse, by the way, and then more bugs start coming in and then attacking everyone. And then Danny Tucker like Foley by Tucker Foley after Tucker sprayed that, by the way. Then Danny's ghost sense wears off. It's Tucker's cologne. And then ghost sense goes off, and then you see Paulina with a green ghostly glow. And then Danny's like, is Paulina glowing? And then Danny starts chasing after a few ghosts after the ghost bugs come in, by the way. And then those ghosts, and then everyone gets attacked except Danny, by the way. And then Sam gets a bug in her, by the way. Then Danny goes to battle on Dash, but then Dash is parrying to get attacked because the ghost bugs, by the way, were inside of. And then Danny's parents and every other kid's parents came to the school. And then Dr. Bertrand came in. Bertrand came in. And then Maddie and Jack asked him questions, and then Jack gives Danny a tissue, and Danny was like, yeah, because he had snot on it, which is disgusting. And then the ghost back at the No Mercy Hospital, whatever it's called, Danny tries to get in, and then he gets zapped, by the way. Then Danny turns to human and then tries to get in by Tucker, but Tucker's not allowed, and then Tucker got Danny in, by the way. Dr. Bertrand took some particular, and then Danny sees some kids with ghost powers, by the way. Then after Bertrand leaves, and then Danny sees Jazz, and then Sam is screaming, and Danny's like, I'm going? Ghost! And then he talks to Paulina and then Sam, and then they all fall asleep, and then Danny gets weak. By the way, then Danny got taken away, and then Spectra appears, by the way, after Bertrand flies off, by the way. With those ghost first or whatever they call. And then Tucker starts trying to get in. And then Danny knows about, he said, let me go, and then help. And then Tucker was like, gotta cry for me. And then what's funny is, Danny yelled out, Tucker! And then Tucker starts getting in and then shoots the ghost guards away. And then Tucker was on his way. And then he's like in another doctor's outfit. And then Danny starts getting pushed into the sink. And then Spectra has his, whatever this thing is. And then Danny starts getting free from Tucker after he gets that DNA in. And then Danny goes ghost, and then Danny flies Tucker out of there. And then Danny shoots Bertrand with his ectoplasm ray. And Bertrand creates a giant, turns into a monster, create a giant skateboard, whatever it's called, scabble, or whatever it's called. And then Sam's boot comes off after Danny and Paulina say hi, and then Tucker starts to go almost get hurt, and then Danny finally sucks Bertrand into the service, by the way. And then Penelope Spectra appears. And then all the other quads pull up, and then Danny gets zapped by Spectra, and then Spectra turns in. And then what's pretty funny is that Spectra turns into Danny's dad, which is actually pretty funny and kind of weird. Sorry for that. And then she turns into some sort of snot thing, and then the spray starts appearing, by the way, and then Spectra gets punched and then splat, and then Danny sucks the bugs in Spectra into the service, and then Tucker gets his leg broken, and then at the end, this person, nurse, comes in and tells an elderly man named Carl. And then Danny and Sam start to leave, and then they're like, wow, look at the time. Wait, then, oh, come on. And then Tucker's like, guys, and then Danny's like at the end, still technically not a cry for help. Same reference of what Tucker did to Danny. And then Tucker's like, help! And that's the end. So what I'm going to read this episode, G-O-O-D, good episode. Not going to lie. Alright, episode 23. Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to switch to music, by the way, since I'm only doing a couple episodes so far because of the 50-minute special. By the way, that's almost an hour. Alright, Aquarium Park music next, by the way, guys. What's happening? What do you mean? Give me a minute. Alright, episode 23, guys. Pirate Radio. It was shiver your timbers right here, if you see as you can see. Alright, so this episode starts off with Danny stargazing in the at night, by the way. And then Sam and Tucker are with him, by the way. And then this pirate ghost kid named Youngblood, and he has an assistant, by the way. And then whatever his name is like squawks booty, and then yeah, you said booty. And then he's like, let's do the dad's ghost shield generator, and then Danny gets shot by a cannon, by the way. And then Tucker's like, he said booty. And then Jack, Jazz, and Maddie were listening to some smooth music by whatever ghost it is. And then Are you wondering what happened to my Xavier Radio channel, guys? Apparently it's gone forever, by the way, so I'm sorry. New videos are being on this channel now, and then Danny's like to the DJ, when do we want good music and when do we want it? No one was like that, and then Dash was like that, and then they were like good music, and then when do we want it? And Youngblood shows up with his scurvy crew, and he says now, and then Danny goes ghost. By the way, battles them out, they took all the stuff, by the way. And then Danny's like, oh great, hide and seek again, and then you all go to the op center, by the way, after having the party, and then Danny goes ghost, and then flies to where they are. By the way, then there's like ghost shield, and then gets shot back into gets shot into some barrels. By the way, it's hard to say. By the way, and then Sam and Tucker is like, there's a party downstairs, and then how can you not know? And then he said, and then so this was like, leave your kids come to the cruise, and then yeah. And then Ember returns, by the way, from season 1 with a little pirate into like some cool pirate outfit, by the way, which I actually loved in the episode. And then they're all shaking the house. The house was shaking, and then Danny goes ghost, and then it's like the moment them, and then Danny gets shot back, and then they all go back to human. They start pressing buttons, and then Danny tries to convince them to get their parents back. They're all cheering, by the way, and then everyone was going against the pirates, by the way, getting their parents back, and then Tucker becomes an adult after Paulina disguises him as an adult, and then the alarm system, I don't even know what to say anymore. And then everyone gets on the pirate ship except Sam and Quad. They're on the, whatever the offensive blimp is, which I actually said that right. And then Danny defeats Ember, then Ember goes back to the ghost zone, and then Youngblood gets... Then the pirate ship is going down, and then Youngblood gets defeated, and everyone starts going huddled together around Danny, and then Danny goes ghost and goes intangible, by the way. Then Danny goes to a secret place to go hide, and then goes back to his uniform. Everyone like in Jack's outfit, like Jack's outfit, whatever it is. And then they all get in trouble. Danny, Sam, and Tucker, by the way, and then Youngblood all ready to see that the skeleton bird's like, oh, shut your guy, you twit. And that's actually pretty funny, by the way. Alright. I'm gonna rate this episode a pretty good episode. It actually had a pirate episode, by the way, which is actually pretty cool. But anyways, give me a minute, I'm gonna pull up the next episode. Hang on. Hang on, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Let me pull up the next transcript. Alright. Episode 24 to 25, special number 1. Rainstorm. the king of all shows. This is probably gonna be an episode or something. I don't know yet. Before, like, because the last episode we're gonna be doing, and then next part we'll do episodes 5 through. Well, not gonna be the last one quite yet, but yeah. All right. This episode appears with Vlad in it, by the way, after a bird shows up, by the way. And then he's like Pariah's keep, and then it's like home on the Fright Night, by the way. And then the Fright Night appears, by the way. Well, not yet. But the Ghost King's like, who dares? And then Blast Beans reviews himself, by the way. And then the Fright Night appears, by the way. And then Vlad appears, by the way. Oh wait, I already said that. Then Vlad goes back to the thing, and then Vlad gets shot all the way to the fencing works, and then gets help from Jack and Maddie, and then the episode starts off with after the title card for part 1 shows Pariah holding Danny in his fist, and yeah, and then Danny's where they're at Casper High School. Danny's having Tucker. Quad dash sort of football. Danny knocks him out, kind of, and then Danny shoots at the ghost ray at him, by the way. And then they get knocked out, and then Danny's like, no stopping anytime. Nitwit, or however you pronounce it, then drops aside by the squirrel bodies, and then Sam's like, you realize you're playing with fire, and then he points off the screen, and Sam and Tucker comes to Dash and Quad by the locker, and then Dash's like, hey, this is Fenton White, and then Dash starts chasing after Danny, and then Danny's over by Valerie, and then they both all hide Danny, Valerie, and Sam, by the way, and then they all go to Danny's house, and then there's like a ghost invasion going on, by the way, and then Danny goes ghost and goes see sits out the ghost zone, by the way. And then Box Ghost appears, and then Skulker appears, and then every other ghost appears, and whatever ghost there is, and then everyone gets a revenge on Danny, and then Danny goes back to human form, by the way, and then well, it's pretty cool. We get to see Poindexter again. Sidney Poindexter from season 1. And then Vlad gives Valerie a ring, by the way, which is for Pariah Dark, by the way. And then the Fright Night appears, by the way, into the human world. And then Tucker's like to Danny, okay, then sorry, standard question. And then just like Sam to Danny, and then Vlad appears, and then Danny goes, wait, what? But Jack gets to like some sort of like whatever they're called, and then Jack and Vlad were like, let go of the woman I love, the Maddie, and then Jack had those pants on him, and then Maddie's like, so Vlad, help me get this pants off Jack, and then Vlad's like, nope, sorry, that's all you, and then Maddie gets mad, and then Paul Dexter was like, the ghost that came from the ghost zone, they're being overrun by ghost bullies, and then everyone's like, oh, who cares, and then Skulker's like, which means the perfect time to find our hiding place, and then I don't even know. I have no idea what else is next. And then Poindexter's like, we're pushing those people from their homes, and then a Skulker gets an arrow out, and then shoots Sidney Poindexter to a wall, by the way. And then Danny and Vlad start fighting the skeleton ghost, and then Um, uh, Val, when he starts to team up with Danny, is Vlad, by the way. And then the Friday Night appears, and then has the story has that ghost shooter, then shows off the I'm trying to think here. The ghost shooter of Brian Dark, by the way. And then Danny starts talking with Skulker the other day after they commence the deal, and then Danny gets mad, and then his eyes glow green, and then goes shoots Vlad with an ectoplasm ray again. And then Danny goes ghost, and then Vlad goes ghost, and then Brian Dark appears after Danny having a fright night, and then Brian Dark was like, "I'll surrender." I was like, "I surrender." I was like that. And then he shoots Vlad and Danny with a ghost ray, and then he go back to human form, get knocked out, unconscious. And then Brian Dark starts to kidnap them, and then Valerie shows up and shoots him with a ghost, whatever she has. I don't know. And then for part 4, by the way, the finale, by the way, for this episode, Valerie's kind of worn out, and Danny was like, to Valerie, still out, like, I don't even know. And then you all go to the ghost zone, and then Valerie appears in there, and then Danny takes off the suit off Valerie, by the way. And then Valerie gets caught by Valerie's dad, and then Valerie's dad's like, "You are in a lot of trouble," to Valerie, which is actually, I actually laughed at that part because me and Brandon watched the episode, by the way, and yeah. Hang on, guys, I'm pulling up a different music. Sorry about the black screen, by the way. Alright. And then Danny goes ghost in the ecto converter by the ectoskeleton, and then his human forms like the ecto converter turns into Danny Phantom as well. And then Poet and the rest of the people were like, "Go get him, Invisible." And my favorite part for the episode is like, it's not Invisible, it's Phantom! Danny Phantom! And then Danny goes to the ghost zone, and then Tucker and Sam bring on the ghosts after Danny kind of gets knocked a little bit. And then, it's pretty funny. What's Clipper's like, "Now will you be my friend?" The Box Goats, and then Box Goats was like, "Never!" Which is actually pretty funny. And then Danny starts going at it. Danny cloned himself with a 3, and then there's 4 clones of it, and then one of the Danny gets knocked out, and then there's 3 of them, and then Danny's like the pariah. "Now leave my town alone!" And then punch the pariah Dark, and then the third clone disappears, and then the other clone goes to Danny after he gets into the sink, back into the sink, and then Vlad finally shows up and helps Danny out, and then Brian Stark is locked into the thing, and then Danny passes out after, and then gets returned to the ghost zone, and then Dash just, in the end, Dash just puts him on the thing after Danny apologizes to him, going on the flagpole, and then he falls down, and then at the end, Valerie is talking to Danny, Sam, and Tucker, and then Nathan was like, "Valerie, why would you say yes?" And then after Valerie ran, and then Tucker and Sam was like, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Well, I'm gonna rate this first special a good episode so far, because I do love it how the Fright Night returns in this episode, by the way. Alright. That's gonna be probably I'm gonna probably do 2 more episodes. By the way, episode 26 and 27. I'm gonna go do something. By the way. All right. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna do something. Hang on. Because I am gonna make this last something count. All right. Episode 20. What? Oh yeah. Episode 26. Identity Crisis. Multiple thrills. This episode starts off with Danny and Sarah Tucker in the house, by the way, the Fenton house. By the way. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Then he sent all the ghosts back into the ghost zone. And Box was like, "Hey, I have feelings too, you know." I was say, "Who cares?" And Box goes, and then Tech appears on the computer. Anyway, then Danny goes ghost, and then he splits himself. Duplicate. I don't know. It's kind of hard, and then they all go try to go to the movie theater, and then Jack drives fast. By the way, and then. After the thing got controlled by Technus, by the way, there he goes ghost, and then Technus like 2.0, and he doesn't reveal a secret that grabs Danny, and then Danny gets thrown into the garbage bin, by the way, and then Danny goes to get the Fenton ghost catcher from oh yeah, What You Want, episode 6, What You Want, by the way. And then Danny goes into it, by the way, and then splitting himself into Danny Fenton. And then Danny Phantom goes. There's like 2 Dannys, by the way. One that's a Phantom, and then one that's human. And then Tucker takes the human Danny to the movies, and then Sam goes with them, and then Danny, the Phantom version of Danny, starts going to do some hero stuff, and then Danny, the Fenton, Sam, and Tucker get kicked out of the movie theater, by the way. Fenton tries to get back into the thing, and then he can't go ghost, and then Phantom starts fighting on Technus, and then the Phantom tries going back to human, and then gets shot by Technus, and then I don't know, it's hard to pronounce, and then the Spectre Speed where Jack and Danny were in it, and then he tries shooting Danny, but then Fenton saves Phantom, by the way, and then Phantom saves Fenton, and then Jack's like, there's multi-Danny. That's going to be confusing. Then you stop Technus once, and then Phantom overshadows Fenton. And then Fenton gets Phantom on screen, and then... Hang on, guys. I'll be back. They both look the same, one with blue eyes and one with green eyes, and then the fun Danny gets put out, and then whatever Danny it is, and then the vehicle returns, by the way, and then the both Danny go ghosts. And then do have Havoc powers, and then the fun Danny starts battling on Technus, and they get knocked to the ground, and then Danny goes back to human, Phantom, and then they go back to ghost form, and then they fly up to the thing, and then both of the deities start battling. We got check this, by the way. Then one of the deities flying, one of the deities got counter. Then deities like, I so you did get knocked out. Then counter, by the way. Then Phantom start to pull Texas out, and then Danny returns back to normal after going through the ghost catcher, and then Danny counters Texas into the service, and then at the end, they all a beach after the house got moved, and then that's that. I'm gonna rate this episode a pretty alright episode because I kind of enjoyed it, by the way. And yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit like for part 5. Subscribe with notifications on. And I will see you all in the next video. Till next time, everybody, take care.